Hello again, welcome back to Ayasamide in the sunny hills of Discovery Bay. I'm outside today. Wasn't really sure if I wanted to be outside because I live on the main and cars are going up and down. So I may have to stop because of traffic. Anyway, how is everybody? I hope you're all good. And I hope you all will subscribe and like. I have had some feedback which I'm really grateful for. This video is going to be talking about some of the things that the feedback that I got last week when I was talking about attitude. A lot of it was attitude and bureaucracy. So I also write on Substack. So if you look in the description below, you see a link to my Substack. Start again. You see a link to my Substack and also a link to a free Come Back to Jamaica checklist, which I can give you. It's my suggestions of the things that you need before you come back. So that's there for you. Also on the Substack, like and subscribe. Same with all these things, you know. We've got to be teaching the algorithm because I'm sure the algorithm doesn't know anything about this. Basically, for those who are just joining, it's a channel to give you my experiences of life in Jamaica, my life in Jamaica. I'm not going to say it's the be all and end all. These are all my experiences. So some of them are set in stone and some of them are not. Because some of them I will direct you to certain websites and such, and you can find out for yourself. So let's go back to the topic, which is attitude and PICA. Attitude. Now, the attitude was difficult for me to say. I can't really say what the Jamaican attitude is. I did write about it because I asked Claude to give me some information, but I think it's mainly cultural. Growing up, you've got an advantage if you've got Jamaican parents or grandparents and you're around them all the time, because there's certain things that we did. Growing up, I didn't call anybody of my mother's generation Mrs. So-and-so or so-and-so, Mr. So-and-so. They were always auntie this or auntie that. No matter if they were aunts or not, that's what we call them. So it's kind of respecting the elders like your parents. You wouldn't call your parents by their first names. So we didn't call our elders friends or anyone that they knew by their first name. And that was, I think, kind of expected. The other thing, one of the other things that we did, which I saw somebody posted on it, was it Judy Love made a post on it that somebody came home and they were in their outside clothes sitting on the bed and she didn't understand the ramifications of that. But for us as Jamaicans, when you come inside, you put on your house clothes. You don't wear your house clothes, you don't wear your outside clothes in your house. You change clothes when you come home, and I still do that today. So when I go out, I put on a different set of clothes, and when I come in, take them off. Don't wear the shoes in the house, not the same shoes, your outside shoes as your house shoes. You have different sets of shoes. So those little things. And most people, I would say, are respecting elders. You don't ignore your elders. When they're around, you have manners to them. So you always, even if they came to the house and you were upstairs, your parents didn't need to call you to come downstairs. You would go downstairs and greet whoever was down there. One thing I didn't realize until I came here, nine night. When I was in England, I didn't have experience of nine night because I didn't have any deaths. My grandmother did die, but my dad flew out to her nine night and her funeral. So I didn't go to any funerals in England. I don't remember going to funerals in England. But one of my friends will point out to me, Lorena, you don't remember? So they will pull me up on this next week, but I don't remember going to any funerals in England. But out here, it's a big thing, especially the night. The night they will have bands. You can hire a band, but you'll have a setup. You'll have drink, music, and it goes all night. And it tends to be the night before the person gets buried. I had one we had one for my dad, and it was big because he knew a lot of people. So he had a night, and it did go on till I can't remember one because I think I went to sleep early. But 9 nights are big here, and I would say is funeral big here? I think there's some people who just like funerals, and at a drop of a hat, there's a funeral, they're gone. I mean, my husband's gone to a funeral today, and that's from a link. His niece's boyfriend's grandmother died. So, yeah, but he wanted to go. I'm not too big on them. I personally, I'm not big on funerals. I like to remember you when you were alive, rather than going to see you when you go, because you're not the same. So, as I was writing, not me writing, Claude was writing for me, so I'll let you know, I use AI, get some help. They don't write everything, they write some bits and pieces. And if you're clever enough, you can tell the AI writing from the Rena writing. That's a test. Right, so Claude AI was talking about resilience, and you have to be resilient in Jamaica. But all right, again, back to my experience. Water situation. I can't, words fail me. Those in Jamaica, and especially those in Discovery Bay, know what the water situation is like. It's dire. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't get it. But we have a tank, which, grateful for. A lot of these things I'm grateful for. Grateful to my parents for picking here to live, because we've got a great view, as you can see behind you. I'm grateful for building the house, grateful to them for a lot of things. So I don't take anything for granted, because they had to work. They did work when they were in England. I remember my dad coming home off a building sites and having frostbite because he was a bricklayer. They work. So don't take nothing for granted, and I'm so grateful to them, even though they're not here today. Yes, so the resilient, and we're brought up with the resilience, because I don't know for some of you, my parents only came, I would say my mother was adamant. She only came here for 5 years. She bought the trunk and put her bed in it, and 5 years came, and we came here on holiday. I think I remember 6 years. I came here when I was 6. That was my first trip. And I think they came back and they were kind of like looking to see the possibilities, because I think they bought the land here, or they were looking to buy the land at that time. So they had a plan. My parents' plan was not to go to England and just stay. And that could be different for some others. It was true for my parents, and I know it was true from some of my friends' parents. They didn't go to England to stay. They went with the intention to make some money and come back. And for those ones that did, I say, for those who do, I say, well done. It's well done. And also, it's a culture change, because even when you come out of the country, you get westernized with a lot of things. So even those who are up there now, Jamaican board, you get whichever country you are in, where you're watching this, you adapt to their ways, because you have to survive in their country. So it means you have to relearn Jamaican ways when you come back. So so also when you're looking at Jamaican attitude, it's kind of the laid backness. Nothing is everything's no problem. No worries. Don't worry about anything. It's just, that's how it goes. And everything is soon come, which pees me off. I don't like the soon come attitude. but gotta live with it. That's how it is here. Yes, so with the attitude as well, I think I'm saying like how you have your attitude with other people. Always remember to be humble, especially to people who born and grow here, because they know so much more than you do. And I have had experience where I thought I knew better and was put in my place because I did not know. Some things we don't know what you think you know. Let me give an example, right? I wanted to make a Naseberry pie, and I'm just thinking Naseberry kind of similar to apple. So you know when you have apple, you can peel it and you can cook it and it just gets soft. Naseberry is not like that. If it's not ripe, it's not ripe. You can't, you have to wait for it to ripe. So my husband said to me, if you had asked him before, he could have told me, because it saved me wasting all that fruit. But it was a good thing. Good fortune out of misfortune, the goats ate it, so they had some Naseberry. But all of that, I didn't ask, and I didn't think to ask, because I thought, oh, I know. And I did not know. What experience I have with Naseberry in England? None. Oh, and I didn't want to ask because I thought I knew. Oh gosh, Lorena's learning. Yeah, so go back to resilience. You have to be resilient here. I'm talking fast. I apologize. I'm going to slow down. To have to be resilient here, the water situation, and sometimes the light situation, they sometimes give you warning that the light is going to be off for a day. They will tell you like a day before or so. And if you're part of WhatsApp groups, you'll get that information. And I think they put it, I don't think they put it on TV. I think they put it in the paper, and they have it on the radio. I know they do that. They give like JIS notifications. That's Jamaica Information Service. Or they'll have adverts. JPS will have an advert in their show, and then you know what areas are without light for a certain period of time. So you're kind of warned. And what do you do when you don't have no light? If you're like me, if it's nighttime, I go to sleep. Daytime, I read a book. Unfortunately, 21st century, most things are run off electricity. So again, resilience comes in. You just have to be resilient and patient, because it comes back. It always does. We just have to wait. That's what you have to learn to do here in Jamaica. A lot of things you have to learn to wait. Nobody's in a hurry to do anything. When you're going into the bank, it can take you half a day. And so just be prepared. Go first thing in the morning, and so you don't have to take up the whole day, actually. You can get something done for the rest of the day. Okay, so I was going to talk to you about PICA. PICA is the Passports, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, and they deal with citizenships. And also and citizenships. So for me, again, going back to my experience, my papers were not quite correct when I came up. So the first thing I did was apply for leave to remain. And leave to remain gives you the same status as citizenship. You can work and do business and buy property and come and go once you have your leave to remain. It's good to get the citizenship though, because this is actually official, more official, and it means you get a naturalization certificate, and then you can apply for a passport if you want to have your passport. So the experience I had was kind of challenging, because my father's name was spelt incorrectly on my birth certificate, and hence going to get the citizenship, it was a challenge. One letter, I can't believe one letter, and to me it wasn't nothing, but to them it was something, and so I had to go and find somebody who was 6 years older than him, who could sign to say that this is a spelling that he also used for his name. And that had to go on a different form, and it had to be certified by a JP, or else PICA would not accept it. It took me how much visit to Kingston to get these things sorted out, but in the end it was sorted out, and so grateful. Also, with when you have your citizenship, makes it easier to buy property. And when if you're going to university or college here, you get local fees instead of overseas fees. So it's one of the things I recommend that you do before you come out here, is to go and look about your citizenship. And so you can get your citizenship from your grandparents, your parents, just grandparents and parents. Yes, so that's PICA. Also, the other thing I suggested is to get your TRN. TRN is a tax registration number, which you need to use when you're conducting most businesses. They will ask for a tax registration number, like if you're opening a bank account, if you want to get a driving license, you will need your TRN. And yay, Jamaica coming to the 21st century. You can apply for it online. I will leave a link below for the office for PICA, and also how to get your TRN number online, which will make it so much easier to do than when I was here, when I had to go down the office way back when. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you're all good. I am great and grateful. And remember to like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.